businesses and our local community thrive. To apply, email your resume to Greg Acuff at gacuff@local3news.com. Cadis reminds you not to drink and drive this holiday season.
So welcome back to the show. We are here at one of the most iconic places in Chattanooga. Surely you can tell, the carousel at Coolidge Park. I happen to be on the Frog, which was my daughter Emily's favorite one to ride when she was a little girl and would come down here. All of us, I'm sure, have memories of this beautiful place, but there is history here too that you might not know, and very much embedded in the present as well. So let's hop off and go pay a visit with Zach Hull, who oversees everything here at the park. We're here rocking away with Zach Hull, who is the superintendent of Chattanooga's river parks, one of which happens to be Coolidge Park. So thanks for letting me come relive my children's childhood this morning.
Thank you for coming.
Everybody in town, hopefully, has their own unique experience with the carousel in Coolidge Park, but there's a lot of history here that people don't always realize. How old is this carousel?
So the carousel itself is a Denzel model from 1894, and that company is from Pennsylvania.
But it came to Chattanooga from Atlanta, right?
Correct. It was housed in Champions Park. It moved up this way in the early 1980s. A fellow by the name of Bud Ellis started the restoration process, which took over a decade.
So we moved here in early 1999, and I was one among many of you watching today, I bet, when the carousel first opened. You could not get in the door. It was summertime, so it was hot, and people did not care, and we waited out in that line for a long, long time. People were so excited, but they still are. You still have lines of people sometimes.
Oh yeah, especially on a rainy day, or even when the weather's nice.
It's been a long time since I've ridden.
Yeah.
I've forgotten what it costs, but I know it's one of the most economical forms of entertainment in Chattanooga.
It is. It is $1 per ride, and the ride's a little over 4 minutes. So,
okay.
Yeah, a lot of value.
The horses themselves, they're not all horses. Some are older than others, but when we brought the carousel in from Champions Park, some of it was salvageable, other parts were not. So almost all of the the horses on this are made by people all across the country, right?
Correct. A lot of them local. There is a wood carving school in Saudi Daisy called Horsin' Around, and that's headed by Larry Ridge. Horsin' Around is a collective. It is also a wood carving school. So lots of folks, when they were starting the restoration process under Bud Ellis at the time, they actually hand carved 50 plus wooden features for this carousel.
Before we came to you, we had been up on Stringer's Ridge talking with Eric and about the classes that they have within the city if you want to learn how to ride a bike and that kind of thing.
Right.
Talk about a great place to come if your kids have a new bike
or
a scooter or a kite or whatever. It's a parent's paradise here, Zach.
It is.
Because the visibility is so good.
It is. And the carousel is great as well for that, because parents can sit right here in these comfortable rocking chairs and get a few minutes of reprieve while their kids ride the carousel, and they can still watch them.
It's also fun if you want to get a little bit more adventurous. You know, I think some of the fun sometimes is in breaking away from what you know and taking a little bit of a detour. If you detour over to Renaissance Park, it's amazing what that one stretch of the Riverwalk can do and transform. It's a very different feel.
That's right. It's very different from Coolidge. It's juxtaposed in that it's a little more wild and a little more natural. There's tons of sculptures to check out there in Renaissance Park, and just a nice wooded trail and several. It's very different from Coolidge's well-maintained,
very
formal,
manicured.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you go over towards Renaissance Park, if I'm remembering correctly, there are some trees over there. It's a little bit more dense. And it used to be not unusual to find people with their emu hammocks.
Yes.
College kids come in to study, that kind of thing.
Yep. Young and old.
Young and old.
Still back there.
This time of year, I think, is such a spectacular one. I wanted to do this specifically this Christmas week and into the winter because the trees are so pretty. You've got a beautiful view across the river.
You've got about 7 acres in Coolidge Park, and almost all of them you can view the river from.
I have 2 daughters. One has a summer birthday. One has a winter birthday. Winter birthdays can be tricky sometimes. Y'all make it easy. Yeah.
So we offer rental space all through Coolidge Park, and we offer it in the Walker Pavilion. We offer it here in the carousel. We have a party room. It's very reasonably priced, and you can rent it by the hour, and with your rental comes tickets for the carousel ride.
And then you said even the land of Coolidge, if you have like a big event,
Yes.
I guess that makes sense for all the festivals and things that
That's
we
right.
see.
And even if you're not hosting a large festival or a large scale event, you can still rent the Coolidge Park grounds.
Okay, talk to me too before I let you run and get back to it, because there are going to be some kids coming in who want to ride the carousel. But about the organ.
Yes.
Is it also original to the carousel?
So it's not original to the 1894 carousel, but it is very old and has been restored a couple times in its lifetime, but it is fully functional now.
I love that the slogan at the bottom of it says for children of all ages.
That's right.
So whether you are 84 or 4, you should come here and enjoy any time of year, but winter is a great one. So Zach, thank you for letting me take a ride and
Thanks for coming.
for our time. You can learn more, by the way, at chattanooga.gov/parks. You can make your reservations if you do want to do that party room, but just put $1 or $2 in your pocket and come on down for a ride.
We'd love to
Thanks
see you.
again.
Thanks.
We hope you're enjoying this